It's Nicky D, and welcome back to the Nicky D channel. Yeah, we're less than 12 hours now from Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia. The kickoff show for me starts at 4 a.m. with the pay-per-view starting at 5 a.m. So, I bet y'all wondering what I think's gonna happen in Perth. Well, stay tuned because this is my predictions video. For all y'all beautiful people, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get to it. And we are coming out the gates hot. Women's Elimination Chamber match. Becky Lynch will verse Bianca Belair, will verse Liv Morgan, will verse Tiffany Stratton, will verse Naomi, will verse Raquel Rodriguez, with the winner facing the Women's World Champion at WrestleMania 40 for the title. I said it on Downtime in the Ring last night. Liv Morgan, definitely. I do think it's going to be a very good match. I think we're going to get to see matches like Raquel Rodriguez versus Tiffany Stratton. I think we'll get to see Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton. Bianca Belair versus Naomi. A lot of first-time occurrences could happen in this matchup. I do think it's going to come down to Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. But I think for the storyline purpose, with Liv Morgan's revenge story, with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's rivalry, they were even women's tag team champions at one point. So I really think storyline, it makes sense for Rhea Ripley to face Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 40. And plus, I can't bet against Liv Morgan. I predicted her to win the 2022 Money in the Bank ladder match, and she did. So again, here I am. Liv Morgan is going to win the Elimination Chamber match in Perth. Up next on the card, announced on social media just last night, it'll be the kickoff show match, and it'll be the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, defending their titles against Candice LeRae and Australia's own Indy Hartwell. This match, we've never seen it before. It's new. I think this match was put on the card so it can feature more Australian wrestlers. I'm really hoping that Bronson Reed gets a match on this card before we start. But yeah, I do think this will be a 10-15 minute match since it's going to be on the pre-show match. So I do think the Kabuki Warriors will retain. I don't think we're going to have new tag team champions. I think if we're going to have new women's tag team champions, it'll happen at WrestleMania 40. So I think the Kabuki Warriors retain and continue on the road to WrestleMania. And up next, we have the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day will defend against Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, formerly known as British Strong Style, now known as New Catch Republic. This is going to be a very interesting match. Just like the Women's Tag Team Championship match, these two teams have never faced off before that I can remember. Pete Dunne is very good at joint manipulation. He likes to rip fingers in directions they don't go. He likes to twist limbs in directions they don't go. Tyler Bate is a nice high-flying addition to Pete Dunne's brutality. So I do think that they will give Judgment Day a run for their money. But at the end of the day, it's Judgment Day, and we're in Australia. So honestly, the Judgment Day are going to retain. Just like the Kabuki Warriors, if they lose their titles, it happens at WrestleMania 40. But I will make a side prediction. If New Catch Republic does win the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles, then Damian Priest will cash in his Money in the Bank contract in Perth. 2 matches left to go on the predictions. I figured it'd be the perfect time to predict the Grayson Waller effect that's going to be happening at Perth. Grayson Waller's going to be having his show, and he's going to be featuring Cody Rhodes and the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. I really hope we get another impromptu match here, and I'd like to see Grayson Waller come out with Austin Theory, who has jaw-jacked already on interviews before Perth. So it would be nice to see them two team up to take on Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, with the latter winning the match and pushing some momentum towards WrestleMania 40. And if the Judgment Day lose, I think this match would go for a long time. I think Seth Rollins would get destroyed in this match. Cody Rhodes comes and saves him, and Priest comes in and cashes in. I think that's where Damian Priest will cash in if he does tomorrow night. So, in my opinion, watch out for that. Don't forget about that dark horse in the back. And up next, we have the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley, the Australian native, will be defending the Women's Championship against Nia Jax, the dominant, irresistible force. This match will be a very good match. Rhea Ripley is in her home country, and this match, just announced earlier today, will be the main event of this card. So I do expect it to be a 20-25 minute match. I do think Nia is going to dominate a lot of this matchup. I think we're going to have Rhea Ripley's resilience showcased. But then I think something's going to snap in Rhea Ripley's head 15 minutes into this match, and Rhea Ripley's just going to go off. She's probably going to hit 2 or 3 riptides on Nia Jax just to showcase how dominant Rhea Ripley and powerful Rhea Ripley is. And I think Rhea Ripley's going to come out with the win and go to WrestleMania 40. And I think she might lose the belt at WrestleMania 40, but I don't think she's going to lose the belt to Nia Jax in Perth. So I predict Rhea Ripley retains and continues her road to WrestleMania. And now we are down to the final match on the card, the Men's Elimination Chamber match. This match will feature Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley versus LA Knight versus Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul, with the winner facing the World Heavyweight Champion or the title at WrestleMania 40. I do think this one's going to be a hard-hitting affair. This is the most stacked Elimination Chamber match that I've seen in many years. You have the Scottish Warrior, the Viper, the almighty Bobby Lashley. Like, you have a star-studded lineup in this match. Like, I do think that Logan Paul or LA Knight will probably be the first one eliminated, and I think Owens will be soon to follow. Maybe Kevin Owens hits Logan Paul with the move and somebody else capitalizes and Kevin Owens laughs at him as he leaves, and then Kevin Owens gets eliminated right after, and then they brawl outside of the chamber. I could see that happening. I do think it's going to come down to Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, though, and I've heard a lot of people predict Drew McIntyre, and you know what? I think it's so close between the two, I'm willing to jump on that bandwagon. I predict Drew McIntyre to win the Elimination Chamber and go on to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40. Was my predictions for the Elimination Chamber in Perth, starting in a little over 10 hours down in Australia. 4 a.m. for the kickoff show, Eastern Standard Time, 5 a.m. for the pay-per-view, and it's going to be a great card, and I hope all of y'all beautiful people remember to like, share, and subscribe, because that really helps out the channel. And other than that, I will see all of y'all beautiful people in my next video. Bye, y'all.